Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited for this video. I've honestly never been this excited for a video before because I thought this was like the most perfect idea. So many of my followers, my little girlies, follow Haley Cordova too. Duh, I'm obsessed with her, she's amazing. So I DM'd her because we're mutuals and we chat. Every now and then we have each other up, you know how it goes. Love the girl. I DM'd her and I was like, Haley, this is the perfect opportunity for us to do what I eat in a day food swap. So we're going into the grocery store now. I'm excited to switch things up a little bit and maybe try the way that she does things. I'm at Walmart. I'm gonna go in and get all the stuff that I literally made a whole list out of the stuff that she gave me. I'm gonna go in and get everything that I don't already have to make sure that I can make everything as close to how she eats it as possible. And then I'll be right back. And then we'll do a haul whenever I get back because I want y'all to see all the preparation I'm putting in for this. We're gonna do it on Saturday. Today is Wednesday, but I'm preparing in advance because Saturday is my long run day and it's also my higher calorie day for when I'm calorie banking. So I thought it would be the perfect day to be able to fuel my body and eat like she does for good performance. So yeah, let's get into it. Let me show you what I bought. I bought some things that weren't on the list. So sea salt, also caramel bars. These are my favorite for when I'm cutting. These are just things that weren't on the list that I bought anyways because I was out. We have Oreo thins because I'm out. Yogurt bowls on every day. Speaking of yogurt bowls, I'm halfway through my container of Faye. Y'all, I go through 3 of these a week. Like, that's insanity. Maybe more, I don't really know. Then, let's see, I also got some circus animal crackers to switch up toppings on my yogurt bowls. I'm gonna try this and see if I like it because I love those cookies and I think it would be great with a confetti flavored Oreo bowl. And I just got my new twisted dough order in and of course I got confetti and I had to pick up some Alani's because I'm out. Everybody that I've been seeing rave about the new Hawaiian slush, Hawaiian shaved ice and pink slush. I'm gonna try it. I'm skeptical because y'all know blue and cherry slush are like my absolute favorite, but if I love all the slushes, I figure I'll like this slush, so we'll see. So I got these 2 flavors. I got 2 more cherry slushes because duh. And then we're getting into the Haley essentials. I got a bag of spinach because she does this in her egg scrambles. So I'm gonna do that, and then she also does it on her sandwiches, which is what we're having for lunch. So I needed to pick up some of that because I don't use spinach that often. Then in her egg scrambles for breakfast, she also uses, she said veggie scramble, like whatever I wanted. So I'm going with bell peppers, but I'm pretty sure I've seen her use bell peppers a lot of times. I also got broccoli. Broccoli's on the menu for dinner because she said, honestly, any type of veggie with the steak and potatoes. So I chose broccoli. We got blackberries. This was for my own personal preference. And then she also said on her sandwich to do mustard. I'm not a mustard girly, but I can get behind honey mustard. So I got honey mustard instead. She didn't say mayo, sadly. I'm a mayo girl, but that's okay. So honey mustard on our sandwich. Then I got a sirloin steak. This is grass-fed beef sirloin for our dinner because she said steak, potatoes, veggies. So this is what's gonna be for dinner. I don't do steak that often just because I'm a little bit lazy. And then she also said bananas going on our yogurt bowl for snacks. So I got some bananas. I have like 1 banana left at home, so I went ahead and grabbed a couple more. And then very last thing we got was an avocado because she puts avocado on her sandwiches for lunch. So I got the baby one and hopefully it'll be right by Saturday. That is our whole haul of what we got. I'm gonna go take this all home, put it in the fridge. I'm gonna plan out my day in advance, probably the night before, just so I know the amounts of everything that I'm gonna have. And then other than that, we're ready to eat like fueled by fitness on Saturday, and I'll see y'all then. Okay, hey guys, we are back. It is Saturday. It is time to officially eat like Haley. Sorry, but y'all know the one thing I can't go without is my cherry slush Alani. I know she doesn't drink, like she drinks pre, but she doesn't drink like energy drinks in the morning. She does coffee, but I just can't get on that wave, so cheers. Basically, what we're doing starting this morning is making an egg scramble with a sweet potato, a candy sweet potato like she does it. Sweet potatoes are like her signature breakfast, so I'm really excited for this. We have our long run today, so because I'm in a mini cut, this is gonna be our higher calorie day. So we're gonna make this work within our macros, but basically I just texted Haley and I was like, hey girl, do you want to kind of collab and you give me like your ultimate full day of eating that you love and are obsessed with? If there was like a signature Haley full day of eating, like what would it look like? So she gave me all of these options. Of course, I'm gonna modify them a little bit if I need to, but she basically lined out this would be my full day of ultimate eating for myself. We're gonna try it out and rate all of the things that we have to see if she's gonna change my life forever or if I'm a little biased and like mine better, right? Okay, so for breakfast, we're starting out with an egg scramble. I have my veggies cut up Haley really just told me to do whatever veggie. She said she kind of switches it up, so I'm doing an ounce of spinach and then a whole bell pepper over here. I'm gonna saute these on a pan and get them like heated up and everything before I add the eggs, and then in the meantime I'm gonna prep my sweet potato. She basically just does a big giant sweet potato. I'm gonna weigh this one out and see how many it is, how many grams it is. I might have to cut her in half and do a little bit less, but okay, that's 380 grams. So I think I'm gonna have to end up doing half of this for 240. So let's go ahead and cut her in half. Sweet potatoes are so hard. Okay, so that one's 150, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. So now we're gonna steam her. I know Haley doesn't like cook them. She really just steams them in the microwave, so kind of just gotta put some holes in it. Okay, so if you've never steamed a sweet potato, all you literally have to do is wrap it up in a damp paper towel and throw it in the microwave for like 3 minutes. Sometimes 5, depending on how big it is, but this one's pretty small, so. And then we're just gonna save the rest of the sweet potato for later. Okay, Haley didn't give me any seasoning guidelines, so I'm just gonna do the normal garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper on our little scramble over here. Our veggies are getting heated up, so I'm gonna add the eggs soon. Y'all know I'm a sweet breakfast girly, so I can't promise I'm gonna absolutely love this because I always make a mediocre bowl. I'm gonna try my best. Okay, I'm gonna add some water to these vegetables to cook them down slightly. They're just kind of taking a while.
I was trying to hide, bro.
Shut up, you can be in it, weirdo. Okay, Haley also has like a really specific way she arranges this. Can y'all tell I watch all of her videos? Okay, so we put the sweet potato on one side of the plate, and then we put the egg scramble on the other side of the plate, and she mashes the sweet potato up, and she said candy it, which I'm guessing just means like syrup and whatever sweetness I want to put on it. So I'm probably gonna do sugar-free syrup. Okay guys, we got our sweet potato over here. I know she just kind of like mashes it up and spreads it out across her plate. She makes these look so beautiful. If y'all don't see her Instagram stories, they literally look like A1 so pretty every single morning. We'll try, Haley, but girl, I don't know if I can do that. Okay, so here's one side of our plate with our sweet potato, and then we're working on the egg scramble over here, so I'll be right back when this is done. Y'all, we have made it. I'm so hungry. Let me give you a close-up of what we came up with. So this is what our breakfast looks like. Honestly, I'm giving myself an A+ because this looks so similar to what Haley normally does. So we have our egg scramble with peppers and spinach, and then our mashed sweet potato with our sugar-free syrup on it to candy it. So now we just gotta give it a try and rate it and see if it lives up to what I normally like for breakfast. So let's go in with the scramble first, just cause y'all know I'm not a savory breakfast girly, but I can get behind it sometimes with the breakfast sandwich and stuff. But I usually don't do scrambles unless I'm like in a restaurant. Good, basic, nothing too crazy. I don't know if she does cheese in this. I don't think so. She didn't specify that, but I think this would be 100 times better with cheese. Yeah, maybe some Parmesan on top. Definitely nothing to complain about though. I know the sweet potato is where the Kelly factor is gonna come in, y'all, because I can put anything on sugar-free syrup and live. Here we go. There really is nothing that you need to do to a sweet potato to make it better. It's like naturally grown in the ground, amazing. Also, I love that me and Haley are the same because she always preaches to eat the skin, and I eat the skin on every potato I make. If you're taking the skin off potatoes, honestly, like, I don't trust you because they're 100 times better with it. That is so good. Oh my gosh, I need my Lonnie. If y'all haven't seen me be so annoying about my Miami trip with the Lonnie, I am in the phases of editing my Miami vlog right now. It's gonna look so freaking cute. I'm so obsessed with it. So it's gonna be up by the time this video is up. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. We were in Miami for 4 days with the Lonnie, and they made it literally just such a dream. Like, we did so many cute photo shoots. I finally got to release all the footage. I'm getting the TikTok vlogs ready to release too, just because they took a while to edit and everything. I wanna make sure it's perfect, but other than that, Alani, I'm a ride or die and I love you forever. Cherry slush till I die. Oh my God, y'all, I tried the pink slush for the first time yesterday. It was insanity. It was so good. I don't know why no one's ever told me to try the pink slush. The best Alani flavors are blue slush, pink slush, cherry slush. Not in that order. Honestly, I feel like my ranking of those 3 switches, if I could only pick one to have forever, of course it's gonna be cherry because I'm just such a diehard cherry fan. I go through phases where I'm liking the other 2 better. Now pink slush is in that rotation, but last week I was like hooked on blue slush and could not get off of it. But okay guys, so overall rating, I'm gonna give this, I think like an 8 out of 10, only because I should have put cheese in this, but I didn't know if I should or not. I think it would be a 9 if it had cheese. The only reason it's Dr. Point is because I'm just such a sweet breakfast girly that I would way rather just have like the potato with eggs maybe, and then like make it all sweet, if that makes sense. I'm just obsessed with potatoes and sweet stuff for breakfast. I'm just a sweet breakfast girly. Savory breakfast will never hit the mark as much for me. So that's why I can't give it a 10. However, Haley's onto something. And this is some good volume. I know I'm gonna be full. Haley also gave us some amazing snacks and amazing meals like that she loves to do every day. And so I'm also gonna be working those in, and I'll let y'all know how I treat those. But I'm looking forward to the rest of the day, especially tonight because Haley's a steak lover. And I am too. We are back with snack time. I'm getting ready to go on my run. So I thought I would have a pre-run snack right before I go. It's almost 11. We had breakfast, I think it was around like 8. So I'm not like super hungry, but we have a good like lunch and dinner situation and dessert situation planned out. So I want to get all of my meals in and make sure that I'm eating enough today, especially fueling for my run. Haley said that one of her like ultimate snacks are either a yogurt bowl or a bowl of oats. And so I'm going to do oats today because obviously for running purposes, like oats are going to be a better carb source. Also, yogurt bowls keep me really full, and so if I eat too much before I go on my run, I'm probably going to throw up. Whereas if I do an oats bowl, it's going to be really light. And Haley also does chocolate bowls, so I'm going to flavor mine chocolate banana today is what she suggested. We're just going to do 40 grams of oats. I don't know like specific measurements on what she normally does, but like I said, we're about to go on a run, so I don't want to have too much on my system. I honestly just want it to be for the purpose of training and having energy. So we're doing 40 grams of oats. Okay, I'm gonna microwave these and then we're gonna do all of our mix-ins because we're gonna make it chocolatey. Woohoo! Okay, oats are completed. This is what we have. I put cinnamon and some Splenda into them, and now I'm gonna add my Hershey's cocoa powder. I'm just gonna do 1 serving of this. This is the one that I use, 5 grams. Now I'm gonna mix her around. We're gonna top this with some banana. Honestly, a lot of the things that Haley eats, low-key, I be snacking on. Haley's meals are a lot more simplified than mine. Sometimes I get like extra with all the toppings and stuff that I put, but a lot of her meals are just like scaled down, simplified, high volume versions of things that I already eat, which is great because I know I'm gonna love it. Also know that there are gonna be some things missing that I miss, like whenever I like top my yogurt bowls with like twisted dough or chocolate chips and stuff like that. So I think all of the extra additives is kind of what separates us just a little bit. Maybe I can get my girl on some twisted dough. Okay, so we're topping our oats with some banana. This is also a great option because it's gonna give me a little bit more carbs. Y'all, I will never eat a yogurt bowl before a run again. I made that mistake once and literally almost couldn't make it through the run because of how full I was. It was like hurting me because of that. That's why I went with the oats option that she gave me. I think Haley normally sometimes has 2 snacks, but I'm probably gonna do 1 snack and just make like the portions of my meals a little bit bigger, just because that's kind of how I prefer to do things. I usually like to have like 3 meals and like 1 snack, to be honest, and then just using like my calories and stuff for volume for those meals so that they keep me full for a long time. That's kind of how I prefer to eat. Okay, we have our bananas on top, and I'm gonna go in with some salted caramel twisted dough just because, guys, it needs a little something something added to the top. Okay, I'm just gonna do half a serving of this. I love having like a drizzle on my yogurt and on my oats and stuff, so that'll cure this fixation for me. This video is literally just gonna turn into us eating all of my meals together. Obviously it's what I eat in a day, but anyways, that's funny. Here is our final product for our chocolate oats with some twisted dough, salted caramel on top. These are honestly the best. This is like the best pre-run snack ever. I forgot honestly how much I love doing oats like pre-long run. It really is unbeatable. That or a good bagel I like can always get behind, so let's give them a try. Now this is my type of meal. I love putting cocoa powder in my oats. If you haven't done it yet, you'll really need to go give it a shot. Also, eating like Haley is such a vibe because she is so into quick and easy everything, and I'm the same way. Like if it requires more than 1 pan, I'm like not doing it. And she is such a microwave girly. We're like microwaving all of our meals, which I love because who has time to cook a million things? I honestly cannot believe that my half marathon is in 3 weeks. Like, I'm literally leaving for New York in 3.5 weeks. Gonna throw up. Honestly, I'm not feeling as good about this one just because last one went so well and I was so heavily trained. This one, I've had some things come up that have kind of interrupted my training patterns, and I'm still doing well, but I'm finding it a lot harder this go around to push myself to like beat my pace on my long distance runs, whereas last time it was just coming very naturally to me. But I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. I like really achieved my goals when it came to my last half marathon. So this one, honestly, we're using it as a like vacation trip to New York too. So I really just wanna enjoy my time and experience and not put too much pressure on myself to where I feel like it taints the trip for me. I think I recently made the decision that I thought I was gonna be doing a marathon next year, like next February. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it if I'm being completely honest. Long distance running, like anything over 8 miles, I've noticed is when my strains and my upper back start acting up. And I've already signed up for this race and we have our flights booked and everything like that. And if I scale it back, like I'm okay. And I've been doing my physical therapy and my mobility and everything like that, but it's just like really putting a strain on my body. I think it's a mix of, you know, how I sit when I work, but also my breathing patterns. And I also have just naturally rounded shoulders. So when I run for extended periods of time and I get really fatigued, like it is hard for me to maintain my shoulders pulled back, which really just keeps my upper back acting up to the point where it's like affecting my quality of life. So the last thing I want to do is push it to an unhealthy point where I just don't think that 26 miles would be in the cards for me. And I'm okay with that. I would rather have my health and feel really good in my training and be able to maintain a really positive relationship with running long term, because I love it so much. I love long distance running so much. It's just sometimes the after effects like are really hard to deal with. After this half marathon at the end of April, I'm going to be still hybrid training and still doing long distance running. But it's gonna be more of a really chill, laid back pattern where I'm more so focusing on my speed and my stamina and my strength, and I'm not as worried about pace and that kind of thing. Distance, like pushing myself to like 13 miles, whereas I'll probably start, you know, keep hovering around running 3 times a week, but maybe cap it at around that like 8 mile mark. But we have 10 miles today. I'm feeling a lot better than when I first woke up because I did some mobility and got some food in my system. So we're gonna go kill this run. The weather's really nice today too. It's 66 degrees, which is crazy because last week it was freezing. So I need to take advantage of it, get this run out of the way, and then we'll be back for lunch after that. It's 11 now. We'll probably have lunch around like 2, I would assume. By the time I get out there, run and get back, I'll see y'all then. Hello, my beautiful people. Okay, we are back finally with lunchtime, thank God. Today's run was not fun. I don't know what was wrong with me, but the hill training was awful. I had like an 8:24 pace for 10 miles, which definitely isn't bad, but it's not my usual, and my shoulders are hurting. I took a shower. I'm gonna like lay in bed and recover, but first we have to make lunch, of course. Per Haley's directions, she basically told me that she's been lately eating like a super fat sandwich, like huge and thick sandwich, but she also said maybe swap the sandwich for a burrito then, because she eats burritos a lot more often, so they're kind of her like go-to, even though she's been eating sandwiches lately. So we're gonna go with the burrito, honestly too, because I don't have like any good fresh bread, so this is gonna be helpful. So she basically makes her burritos exactly how she makes sandwiches. It's like all the same ingredients inside, just like stuffed really full. So we're doing like a turkey, cheese, veggie burrito situation. I'm gonna go ahead and I need to see how much turkey I have left. So I'm gonna go ahead and like tear up my turkey and get it like hot and roasted on the pan a little bit, just because I don't want it to be like super cold. I know Haley always eats her stuff melted, I think, like with the cheese melted and stuff. So that is gonna be the vibe. And much needed post-run fuel. We're gonna pair it with some fruit and everything. And then we're also doing some spinach. My girl has kind of put me on spinach. It's such a good volume hack. I just never use it. I think it's because every time I buy like a crap ton of greens, they always go bad. But it's like I always buy the big bag because it's like literally $1. But I also want to like get the spinach kind of wilted down a little bit, because I don't know, I'm not a big fan of like how raw spinach, like just raw spinach like this tastes. I don't know if that's weird, but I like it like wilted down a little bit. So we're gonna do that there. So this is what we're working with. I'm literally just gonna heat it up and season it. When in doubt, you guys, my seasonings are always the same. It's literally just garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, the dynamic 4. I love honey stinging garlic. I put that on everything personally, but I'm out of it. We had a whole bottle, it just disappeared. I have no idea where it is. So I'm just gonna do a couple sprays of spray butter just to, you know, have something to cook in. Okay, while that's doing that, I'm gonna rinse my cheese off. I never miss a cheese rinse. It melts so much better. I'm gonna do mozzarella today. Let me see how many grams I've allotted myself in the macros. 25. This is the cheese I'm using, by the way. Okay, now that this is good and toasted, I'm gonna get everything into my tortilla and then re-toast the tortilla once we have all of the ingredients in here. Just because I don't want my like cold ingredients super hot on the pan. I'm also so bad at rolling tortillas, so if anybody has any tips there, let me know. Here we go. This is what we have. Now we're just gonna put our cheese right on top of it so that it kind of melts with the turkey already being hot. Now we have to go in with some condiments. Haley said mustard. Girl, I can't do that. But I can do honey mustard. I don't know why, y'all. I'm not a mustard girl. Never have been, but I love honey mustard. So I'll do 1 serving of this on here. So I'm just gonna put these in here before I wrap everything up. That was 2 servings actually. All right, mustard on there. I'm also gonna go in with mayo just because, y'all, I'm a mayo girl. Every time I eat like anything with turkey, I have to put mayo on it. So adding a little Kelly touch to there. I'm about to get pissed. All the smallest inconveniences are like literally making me so mad right now. And then next thing we have to do is avocado. I can get on board, don't you worry. So I'm just gonna scrape some of this avocado out. Mine wasn't the most ripe, which is annoying. Y'all, there's nothing like when you open an avocado and that thing is like so ripe and like a spread on. Like it just spreads on the bread, but we have not been that lucky. We have not received that good of fortune today. I'm doing what I can with this half-ripe avocado here. I even bought the most ripest one at the store too, and this is how I get repaid. Now we gotta wrap her up. I don't think there's any way I can get this on camera. Sorry, love you, love y'all, love y'all. We have wrapped her. Here she is. Now I'm turning my pan back on and I'm gonna toast both sides because you can't have a burrito without it being toasted, without the tortilla being toasted. She said I could do whatever fruit, mostly an apple, and I have an apple. We are doing Honey Crisp, so I'm gonna cut this up and pair this with my burrito when it's done. I'll see y'all to rate it in just a second. We are done. Look at this glorious lunch plate. I'm so excited because I'm starving. Our burrito came out looking so good. It's turkey, spinach, avocado, got all the good things in there, and then also, of course, our apple. I didn't have the most fresh apple, but we're making it work because I needed to get rid of her. So let's test out our burrito of the day. I'm gonna take this huge bite with avocado right here. You guys, I seriously forgot how good avocado and mayo and honey mustard and like making like a club sandwich is. This might be the new rotation. That is so good. I don't know what I did with the ingredients, but dang, that is literally so good. So, period. Apples are just apples, you know. They're great. Nothing surprising, but has honestly been the one that I'm like, now I want to eat that every day. This gets a 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, guys, it has been such a long day. I quite literally have not gotten out of bed. I've been working all day, but in bed. After my run, I haven't gotten out of bed since after my run. It is 6:10 and we've come around time to prep dinner. Let's get into it. It honestly shouldn't take that long. I just gotta prep the meat and veggies. We're having steak. I bought a single serving one. This is grass-fed beef. It's a sirloin. I'm so excited, y'all. I haven't eaten steak in a long time. I don't know why. I love filet. I'm so obsessed with filet. But I'm basically just gonna get all of this ready, and then me and my husband are just gonna throw it on the Blackstone because it's the easiest way to cook stuff by far. Especially whenever we have like, we're cooking for both of us and it's big portions. If you don't have a Blackstone, y'all, it really is honestly life-changing. But I'm gonna weigh out the steak and see how much it is first. The only thing about the Blackstone is it cooks stuff so fast. So if you're like me and you like your steak like medium rare, you have to be careful because it'll cook it so fast. Okay, here's our beautiful steak. I need to season her first and let it sit for a second. Always pat my meats dry just so the seasoning sticks better. I'm just gonna be really simple and do some roasted garlic and herb and some salt today, you guys. I'm like so freaking exhausted today. I'm like, I gotta pull through. It's taking all of my willpower right now not to cook a frozen meal and lay in bed. We must complete the mission video, the video mission. I will say the only thing that I missed today was my yogurt bowl. Like, I will say the day isn't the same without a yogurt bowl, and I really honestly like go 0 days without them, and so I feel so freaking deprived when I can't have it, especially when I'm like traveling. Next thing we're prepping is some regular russet potatoes and then some broccoli. Haley said I could honestly do whatever veggie I wanted, and I have this broccoli, so I'm gonna do this. And then she said a potato option. Since I had a sweet potato this morning, I'm gonna do this potato. I'm gonna prep these, steam them in the microwave, and get them ready to throw on the Blackstone just so we can like char them a little bit so that it's faster. And then I will be back when we're on the Blackstone so y'all can see how I do everything. We're on our Blackstone, our veggies are cooking away. Potatoes, broccoli, everything situated. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my steak on because the veggies honestly don't take that long considering we already steamed them in the microwave. Guys, that looks so good. Please look at how pretty she is. And then I'm gonna throw Colin's shrimp on here too. It's so convenient just to be able to cook everything like this and keep it separate still. Honestly, I'm such a girly that just sears both sides of her steak and gets the middle a little bit cooked, but not much. So we still want her to be super red in there. Probably take the veggies off before, and then I'll see y'all when we get done. Guys, we have completed our dinner. Here's your little close-up. So we have our sirloin over here, our potatoes, our veggies, and I also have some barbecue sauce I'm gonna eat this with. I need to heat the veggies up just a little bit because they're a little bit cold since my steak took a little bit longer. And then we're gonna get into and I'm gonna rate this. But I already know it's gonna be a 10 because who doesn't love good steak and veggies? Look at this freaking masterpiece. Okay guys, we're gonna try and rate right here together because I can't wait any longer. I need to cut open the steak. I don't know what kind of steak Haley normally uses, but okay, that's how we like it cooked. Okay, honestly, I would like it a little bit more rare, but that's okay. We're gonna try our best. Steak first. Let's just sit in this blissful moment for a second. Steak really is worth the effort every single time. Sometimes I forget that because I don't ever want to get out the Blackstone and cook everything, but it always never is a bad idea. Okay. Period. Broccoli and potatoes. I really think if I could have one food for the rest of my life, it might be potatoes because I don't know how things taste that good. Okay, so for our final review, I'm gonna give this, let me change my steak to a 10 out of 10 and let me rate the burrito a 12 out of 10. I'm gonna be eating that burrito tomorrow because of how good it is. So there's one takeaway from this video. It's that burrito must be made by all of humankind. The mayo, mustard, avocado situation all mixed together was insane. I'm gonna add on a little sweet treat. She didn't specify her sweet treat add-on at night. Maybe she doesn't have one. But I'm gonna do a yassa bar after this. This was such a good freaking full day of eating. I'm like obsessed, but I'm definitely gonna be making the burrito like all the time now because of how much I loved it. Everything else, I think I would need a yogurt bowl for breakfast instead. Love the oats for a pre-run snack. Definitely steak is so worth the effort. It's just a lot more time consuming sometimes than I want to put work into, but it's worth it every single time. Overall, I think the only thing that I wouldn't do again is just the savory breakfast. I would do the sweet potato just in a different way. But I usually prefer potatoes with like, I don't know, I love potatoes with like my cottage cheese, my barbecue sauce, my chicken. I probably would just switch breakfast for a yogurt bowl, like one of my flavored ones that I love and can't get away from because they're so good and keep me full forever. Other than that, this was freaking solid. Haley knows what she's doing. She's a queen. I hope y'all like this vlog. If y'all do, let me know if y'all want me to try anybody else's full day of eating. That wraps up this vlog. I hope y'all loved it. Bye.